feels quite hot, if you know what I mean. Right, that's going to be straight in the bag, I tell you, because that's what, 3/4 shots there. I've not missed one. And well, you know the idea of the M6. I mean, TaylorMade's that driver's been out a while, but that is a cracking driver. It does frame it's such a thin top, and then it stretches back a little, and of course it's got the launch thing at the back there. It need go a lot to beat the M6 with a stealth. So obviously when the new driver's coming out, you might be lucky like me and pick one of those up for 100 quid, which in anybody's money is quite a bargain. And where I managed to pick it up will surprise you. Cash converters, which is the British equivalent of a pawnbrokers in America, or what are those things called in America that stacked golf go to all the time. That's the equivalent of where I picked that up. So probably why I got it for £100 was they're not up to date with all the pricing. They probably don't know what they've got there. They just give you an offer when you trade stuff in or sell it to them, and then they just price it accordingly. So 100 quid. Man, I mean, I honestly had a quick look online, and like American Golf, 299. I even checked American prices, $200, $249, and so I've just one of those things, just lucky, right? So basically, that's what we've been doing. But you can probably see what we're doing there. It's this. This sets you there. Once your hands are here, then you can really go for it. And that is what I'm referring to in the previous videos about Ben Hogan's advice, right? That's what's thrown me and thrown probably hundreds of amateurs out there. And the reason Ben Hogan got away with it was Ben Hogan's arms and shoulders and turn and hands and arms moved absolutely lightning fast, faster than you and me can ever hope to achieve. We are a lot slower, so therefore we've got to give ourselves time to get to this position here before we move our hips through. If we get to the top and we move our hips, we will just throw, and we will throw with the force out the way, right? Because our arms and hands and everything swing a lot slower. I only average about 100 miles an hour with irons, 110, 115 on a good day, 120 miles an hour with a driver. So I've not got a lightning fast swing speed, so I need my shoulders to remain back to the target to get to about here, and then I need to come through and everything like it's a normal impact. My heel's off the ground, my club's in here, my hands are ahead. And it's just the same as everyone on TV that you see, but I'm not doing it in the same sequence as the pros, because I clearly do not have the torque and the speed in the hands to actually make Hogan's advice of before you even start down the way. Because it's again feel over real. That was his feel, but it wasn't actually real because he had the hand speed to get him there. Whereas the likes of me, we clearly don't have that. And we will never gain that amount of speed. Because you're talking about something that you would need to have a natural gift for that speed. Rory, Tiger, Molinari, Fleetwood, everybody like that. You've all got a natural kind of ability to get that speed. But you can have that speed, or the illusion of that speed, by doing what I'm saying, because in real time, your delay, your draw, and then this, like when I actually set to go with that, and I get in the garden, and then I know I'm locked because I'm here, right? But when I put a normal swing on it, it's very difficult to detect that I've actually done that. It looks like a normal golf swing, doesn't it? And it doesn't look anything other than what you see any other golfer swinging like, right? When you break it down, obviously so I can tell you what I'm doing, then yeah, it does look odd. But I would suggest that swinging it, you would find that hard to detect. And if you check like my impact position, there's a few pictures of Jack Nicklaus, and it's very similar to the reverse C position he used to be in his younger days, and it's similar to that at impact. So with a crunch here, buttons behind the ball, head behind the ball. That's another thing the Varden triangle does. It immediately gets your head behind the ball, and it stays it behind the ball, which is what you want. Because where over the toppers and myself, who was over the top, used to go way wrong. Try and show you this ball. Is I would get my head like every other over the topper. I would set up to the ball. I would say, right, oh, that's perfect, I'm behind the ball. But in actual fact, I'm not behind the ball, I'm in front of the ball. There you go, see? But to me, as an overtopper, oh, I must be behind the ball, but there's where my head actually is. So when you do the Varden, you're here, right? Which, if I don't even do anything and I drop the ball, I'm behind the ball now, right? It's an optical illusion. Dominant eye, it doesn't matter. You would honestly set up like that all the time if you don't do this Varden triangle trick, because on the golf course you can't, move balls about, and you've nobody on the course telling you how to set up. But it really does work, and obviously take your time on the range and develop this one-handed, because it will save you hundreds of shots. And I would definitely put the ball on the range tee that's the lowest setting one that you can get, not this one, that's too high. Put it on a really low one, and then you can see the difference it makes, because even on a high tee like that, I'm thinking now high finish, so high finish. If I want to hit the ball low, I'm thinking low, right, lower follow through. I'm not doing anything to my swing, but I'm seeing the shot, I'm focusing on what I want to do, and then there's no mechanical thought after that, because you visualised it, and then you just go for it. So it's like you know what I mean there, it's a lot easier obviously to do it off a tee, even if the tee's up in the air. And as you progress, like I say, I would hit at least 50% of your balls one-handed. This is, either if it's one-handed left hand and then swap, alternate every shot. Also, don't hit the same shot every time when you're at the range. I don't do that. I don't stand there so I get bored so easily. So like I'll line 3 balls up or something. I do that quite a lot, and try to show you. So like the first one, I would be like, say, a target maybe 20-30 yards in front, so I would be try to hold it off, hit it in low. And the next one, I would be like aiming thinking I want to go like a wee cut, just holding it, and say the next one I would be like want to hit a high draw, so I would be thinking like high draw, like turning it over. That's what I would be thinking, so I get myself in, thinking like high draw. So that's the type of thing that I would be doing on the range all the time. Whenever I get a chance to go to the range, which nowadays isn't very often, but all the best. Happy Christmas. I was only kidding about y'all being crazy bastards. Oh, more tea, Vicar. But it's freezing out here. But we've lost loads of trees, and if I get time, if I can get behind the clubhouse, I should show you the one that just about took the clubhouse out. But if you're going to do stuff, try doing it as best you can, and forget about like what you look like on the range and what people will think about you doing this on the range, and like, oh yeah, he's only hitting it 20 yards. You've always got that range gorilla, you know the one I mean, the guy that's and he's hitting it like 300 yards. Yeah, whatever. You just tap them away. That's all you want to do. Just tap them away one-handed, and just swap hands and tap them away. Just build your whole game up and your whole feel up. Your checkpoint is environment. You're through. And Jack Nicklaus, all the greats, Tom Watson, they all did that. And then just, there you go. You can even cut up a 9-iron. And another great piece of advice in the winter, Henry Cotton and others all came up. Take half your clubs out, chuck away your even and take out your odd. Then the next week, chuck out your odd, take out your even. And then just like put away your 53 and your 58 degree wedge, put them in the garage, and just use your 9, but open the face. Do little, you know, chip shots, or close the face and do little run shots. That way, with the ground conditions being as horrible as they are, you've got a wider sole on those clubs, less chance of it digging in. And really, winter greens and such, you don't need lofted clubs. You can hit the ball in low and learn, reteach yourself the low game at golf, so that by the time you get to the summer, you've got an extra tool in your armoury to take on all these golf courses that you want to play, and you'll improve your handicap. So thanks very much for watching, sticking with me all the way through. If you have, brilliant. Subscribe if you haven't already, because it all helps charity. Macmillan, Help the Heroes and Shelter UK are the charities that we've always supported, so all the ad revenue from the channel, it all goes to them. And it's Christmas Eve now, but you'll be watching this on Christmas Day, so I am away doing some drop-offs, parcel drop-offs, not so much parcel drop-offs, like major food shopping drop-offs, but I'll just catch you in the, probably it will be, the new year at some point now, because there's a lot happening, and you can only do it when you can do it, eh? That's the way I look at it. But your support and subscribes and everything is so appreciated. Honestly, couldn't do it without you guys supporting me. It's brilliant that you are. Thanks very much.